So we put a lot of work into thumbnails to make sure that they are something that people want to click on. We think about things like where should the text be, how much text should there be, where should the images be. One important thing with thumbnails is to make sure that your most important parts are not being blocked off by the timestamp of the thumbnail. So you have to think about things like where they are placed on not only your thumbnail, but where's that thumbnail going to be shown on YouTube. There's many different places like channel page, the main home page, there's the sidebar, there's the watch later, the history page, and even your own channel page. So how do we make sure that these thumbnails are set up properly so that information is not blocked? In this video, I'm going to show you an awesome utility that you can use to check your thumbnails before you upload, and we're going to do that right now. So hey, welcome back to the channel. I am Ken with KenTheContentCoach.com, and again in this video I want to talk about thumbnails and how to make sure that our thumbnails are optimized for all the different places that they show up on YouTube to make sure that they are clearly visible to the viewer so that they'll understand what that thumbnail is and want to click on that quickly. So to do this, I'm going to demonstrate using a awesome utility that I found that's called thumbsup.tv. This is a utility that you can use to upload your thumbnail and then see it in every different place on YouTube. So let's jump over and take a look at this. So this is thumbsup.tv. When you first go to the website, thumbsup.tv, you're going to see a simple interface. Drop your thumbnail image here, and then you can add a title also. Now, this is really cool because this shows you a couple of different issues you may have with your thumbnail right off the bat. So I'm going to start with the first thumbnail that I created. Now we're using the one that I created for this specific video, and I've got a couple of different ones. So let's say that you downloaded one that is too large. You exported, so in this case I exported this as a 4K PNG image. Already know this is going to be too large for YouTube because it does need to be 2 megabytes or less, and this one is 4.8 megabytes. So let's try to open this one. So to do that, you just click open on that thumbnail. So I get a warning here that says large file size, YouTube limits file sizes to 2 megabytes. So I'm going to dismiss that. Now you can still scroll through and see the thumbnail, but we will come back to that. So I want to grab another one to show you. And in this case, I'm going to grab one that I put too much text on. Now, text is important on thumbnails because even though we may want to try to explain as much as we can in the thumbnail, less is always better when it comes to text, and I'm going to show you why. So I'm going to grab one that I created that has way too much text. We'll open this one, and then I'm going to just add a title. So I'm just going to call this too many words. Perfect. All right, so now you've got the thumbnail uploaded. We've got a title. Now we can scroll down. Now you can see the way this is going to show you the way your thumbnail looks. So this is the YouTube homepage. You can see right away that text is really small. So somebody coming across this, they're not really going to be able to necessarily tell what that text is from the different views. And the timestamp is covering up part of it. So that shows you the corner where the timestamp is so that you know to kind of keep things out of that zone. So as we scroll down, you can see here's the homepage view. So this would be the main homepage of YouTube. And then there's even the home small. Now the home small is even smaller, so you can see that timestamp covers up more of the words, and you still cannot read those words. It's even worse in this case. Now we have the sidebar. The sidebar is if you're watching a video on YouTube, if your viewer is watching a video, the videos they see on the side that maybe they want to click on next. This is even worse. That's small text. You cannot even see that, and the timestamp covers even more. Next up, we have channel page large. So this would be your channel page. Again, too much text, timestamps covering part of it. On and on down, you can see channel page small. There's the history page, the watch later. The watch later play all bar covers all of that text. So basically, in short, this gives you a great view on how your thumbnail is going to look. So this shows you if you do have text on your thumbnail, if you have too much, it's going to show you right away. If it's too small, covered up, things like that. Also, there's mobile. This is going to show you mobile views. There's Apple TV views, and then your original image is down at the bottom so you can see what you've uploaded. Okay, so let's scroll back up. I'm gonna drop the thumbnail that I actually selected for this video. So we'll open that, and let's call this one Upload the Perfect Thumbnail. So now we'll scroll down and we can see how this thumbnail is going to look on YouTube and all these places. So you can see here the thumbnail that I've grabbed. I have just enough text to explain the video, and the timestamp, I have that zone. There's nothing in that zone there. So this would be the home page of YouTube. You can see that along with the title so you can see what that's going to look like. There's the home small. The timestamp is still good. It's not covering the sidebar. Now the timestamp does cover part of the TV that I used in the image, but it's not covering the text, so I'm okay with that. We'll scroll down, and again, you can scroll down and see every different view. Even the watch later page, the play all bar at the bottom is not covering the text. Here's the watch later sidebar. Text is still fine there. I'm okay with that. On and on down. Here's the mobile view. And you have to remember the mobile is important because most of your viewers are watching this on a mobile device. So you want to definitely check those and make sure they can see everything they need to see. Scrolling down, here's Apple TV, and then there's the original image. So look into the original image here. You can see what I have going on in this thumbnail. I'm going to give you a few things that I like to do to thumbnails. I try my best to keep all images. So if I put myself in there, if I put cameras or microphones or whatever it is I'm talking about, I try to make sure that I keep images on the left side, or if I do put them on the right side, I make sure that they are up far enough and clear away from that timestamp because I don't want the timestamp to cover important parts of the video. Same thing with text. You definitely want to make sure that your text is not covered up, so I try to keep my text up high. A lot of times I will do a thumbnail where I've got this reversed, just depending on if it makes sense to me or not at that moment. Bottom line, you want to make sure that that zone at the bottom where the timestamp is not going to cover important stuff. So thumbsup.tv gives you a great view into that. It shows you exactly what your thumbnail is going to look like. Now, one more thing, if you're like me, you like dark mode on all your devices. So Thumbs Up TV does have a way that you can toggle dark mode, and that's located right here on this part of the screen. You can simply click that and that will toggle dark mode. So for me, dark mode gives you a better view in almost every case for everything you can think of on a mobile device, on your computer. I love dark mode for everything. Plus, if you're live streaming, dark mode is important because it's not extra light. You can control your lighting better. And that is Thumbs Up TV. So hopefully that helps you with your thumbnails. Again, it's important to make sure that your thumbnails are set up properly and in a way that your most important features of that thumbnail are not going to be covered. Plus, you want to make sure that any text that you have, that the key parts of that thumbnail are large enough so that when somebody's scrolling through YouTube, they can see all those different parts and they will be able to tell by looking at it what it is, even on the smallest possible thumbnail placement by YouTube. So again, thumbsup.tv is the website to use. Very simple to use. That was literally the demonstration. It's that easy to use. Takes me about 5 minutes at most. Now, talking about thumbnails, I've done a video before where I've talked about how important thumbnails are. So if you're curious about that, check the next video that'll pop up right here on the screen. This will kind of talk to you a little bit about how important thumbnails are and some things to think about. I also have other information about thumbnails. So down in the description, I'll put a guide that I created for your first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So check that out also. There's some information there. Until the next video, thanks so much for watching this one. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Remember, just hit record, and we'll see you for the next video.